What's up everyone, welcome back to a new video on the Alien Algo channel. Today we will be going over the markets again. My excuse that I have not uploaded a daily market outlook yesterday. I had a little things are coming up personally which I had to fix, which got a bit delayed, and I was done by about 2 in the night. So I was like, this is not the time to be uploading a daily market outlook because the day was already done. So with that having said, let's get straight into it. We'll of course start with the S&P, of course, and like expected, it started breaking up from this. We got that major break from here, and we made a new all-time high on the S&P. So congratulations, if you are holding stocks, you should be up quite nicely. For that 1 minute, we had a great New York open. As you can see right here, we just got one major ramp up. There should be some caution, just knowing that it has to make some sort of higher low, but this on a 1 minute can also just keep going up quite straight, like you guys see right here. So on a 4 hour, what do we want to see? We want to see it get back into the zone or just keep continuing into this price action. One current candle I find interesting is this current high and this current low. So these will be 2 points I will be watching. A logical scenario for me will be either that we reject from here and we get into here, sweep it, and just start to consolidate a bit and maybe chop some further before continuing up. So these 2 points I will be looking at for that S&P. Let's go on to the daily. We quite clearly see that if it closes like this, that this is a bullish break above that all-time high vicinity, which would mean we get into price discovery, as I have been talking about since this. I still expect us to hit this 6600 level. So let's go over the Nasdaq. This already hit an all-time high yesterday, so this is currently just continuing further to the upside. Just like the S&P had a very great open, as you can see right here. We opened immediately higher, we even gapped up. So one thing with gaps on the open, gaps can usually work as magnets. As you can see, they got partially filled right here, but that does not mean that it is fully filled. So it can still go back into here, which would be a nice opportunity to long if you are trading stocks. So we're going to the Dow Jones, the industrial part of the index funds. This also is looking quite good. So now that we had the funds, let's go over the important stuff. That the XY is of course still down following that fractal of 2017, where we deviated above this range high. Here we deviated above that range high, and it is perfectly following the plan. As you can see, chop around a bit, break below, retest it, chop around a bit, break below, retest it, break again, consolidate, break again, consolidate. It's literally following the same path. So now I go over to Bitcoin. I will first start at the 4 hour, which we can see I stated that I wanted to see a reclaim of this zone, and we sadly did not. So what should we expect? Some more chop. Quite simple. Late night on the Twitter feed, I did upload this, that we had this previous week that I wanted to see a sweep and reclaim. So now let's draw this. If you guys follow me on Twitter, you should already have seen this, where this was quite quick. I'm quite sure that I made this post right around here or right around here somewhere, at around this price at least, where I stated either we want this to hold or there is a likely chance of us sweeping this previous 4 hour wick, which if we reclaim it and hold, it should give a nice long opportunity, which it quite literally did. It swept it not that much after my post, and as you can see, we had quite a nice move with only this little part already being 0.45%, which was about 50% of that entire move, which happened within 6 minutes. So this was a quick long. If you took it, great job on you, because you had to be a little bit on the quick side here. But this is not what we are talking about today. So what are we talking about? We want to see which level can hold, which level could we find acceptance below and could be bad. So we clearly know what the resistance is, this daily end block, which currently it was a negative BOC right here. It again became a negative BOC right here, which we have taken out, but this is still acting like a crucial resistance, so I will keep this box right here. So when we first start at the volume levels, like stated, we blast right through this and we got straight back up towards that high volume node. What did I say again? If you push across a high volume node, usually in low volume it does not hold. It is not really a strong level. So what did we do? We flew straight towards that high volume node again, which is where we started to reject right here. You see here, high volume node 1, high volume node 2, which is right around here and right around here. So now that we have had this explained, what are the levels we should be looking at? I will keep it as simple as possible because it should not be that hard at this moment, because we're quite simply in a job situation where there is no real clear trend besides a lower time frame downtrend. Because when we look at this on a 4-hour, this technically, if it comes here and we print a higher low, this still is an uptrend, right? There comes the only thing that this, if we really don't close above this, we are making lower highs constantly. So this is a thing we need to keep in mind. So I am not playing like full degen right here, but I can say that this is looking quite good. So what do I find interesting right now? We had this wick which we made right 1 hour after the daily close. For me, the daily close is at 2 a.m. So this was 3 a.m., 1 hour after that daily close. We just swapped this on that New York Open, which is usually quite good because we want to see a sweep on that New York Open and we want to see a reclaim to trade it. So here you see it got sent straight back to that POC, rejected on that point of continuation, meaning POC, and we are right back at it at this point, which I do think could be a nice long. So I will make this video a bit faster so you guys have the opportunity to play this as well. And I also uploaded another video today more focused on education, so if you guys want to check that out, make sure to do it. Drop a like and drop a comment. This keeps me motivated to give you guys more content, simply. So we look at this 1 minute. What do we want to see hold? This level right here, because this was your previous support. As you can see, we deviated a couple times from it, but in general this is your area to hold, which also in the past has been this pivotal point right here and right here, where we had that break of structure and broke down towards the downside. So now let's go over ETH. For ETH, it just has been underperforming when you compare it to Bitcoin as of now. I don't really expect a fast change in this. We just held these prior range lows, but this currently is still your crucial support. I would be a little bit more hesitant to trade ETH than BTC, because I do think BTC is currently just the stronger pair, so I just feel like an idiot trading ETH as of now. At least on the lower time frames. For a swing, this is looking really well. So when we look at this, what can we expect? We logically want to see those range lows hold on that macro. This was your range from the high to the low. One deviation below, a second deviation below, and we are currently getting that reclaim. So on a daily basis, you want to close above this, otherwise it is not looking that great on those lower time frames. So for that 15 minute, what do we want to see hold? That blue line we can deviate below, but we just wouldn't like to see a close below. So what can we actually see is where we should and could, of course, just do something like this, sweep it and go back up, where this would be your trigger point right here. Okay, If you want to be a risky guy, you can try to buy the sweep. I've explained this in a couple videos already, how I use these to execute, and you have an aggressive version and you have a passive version. So with that having said, I do think we should just hold right around here on those lower time frames at least. And we just look at ETH on a volume perspective. We had these scenarios where this was your value area low, where we first deviated below, found some passive buying, but not aggressive buying, which is not what we want to see on a deviation, because passive buyers, it means aggressive sellers can step up and just violate them. So this is quite literally what happened. Right here you see that rollover and it just goes down. Here we see that break back up and that retest, giving us that move immediately towards that value area low, which we have been rejecting from. So the logical point to reclaim, of course, is this. This would be that most bullish scenario, but when you just look at this from a lower time frame perspective, this part really is not looking that good unless you hold this, which of course when we look at that on the lower time frame chart, which we showed previously, you see that this is your range low, right? This is your macro range low, and also that lower time frame range, where this is your range on that lower time frame. And from the top of my head, right around here is that higher point of that range. So with that having said, these are the levels I am looking at. So for BTC, I will quickly go over it again. This sweep is looking quite good. We had a sweep making a higher low, which is usually bullish. For that macro chart, we want to see it reclaim this level and hold this level, which, like stated, we can get a sweep below, but then we need to see an aggressive reclaim. If we don't, we simply will go down, in my opinion. So the general markets are looking good. The crypto markets are looking quite good. The only thing is that ETH is just not really performing against BTC, which we can also see from here. It's just going sideways. So the good thing, we are deviating from that range, going towards the 0 to 5 level, getting right back into it. So from here we can see some support, and if we get back above that 0 to 5 level, I am leaning more towards the bullish side for ETH, but thus far I don't really like bidding the thing that looks the weakest for those lower time frames. So when it starts to reclaim this, I will be scalping ETH again. So that will be it. I won't be going over altcoins because it's just ETH is not looking that great. So most alts will just not look great as well, which we can see right here. They're just all consolidating, either making new lows. There are a couple pairs that look strong, like Hype or Fartcoin, but the general alts just look shit right now due to ETH not doing that much, while BTC is taking the lead. So with that having said, if you take this setup, what is your invalidation? If we start to do some shit like this, here you got it. Yes. Because what can you see if we even get back here again, that we do some shit like this, right? That you get below and you aggressively get back up. If you get below it and you put your stop right here, you could get fucked in a liquidity hunt. And if we do something like this, you will be quite mad. So this is why I do this manually, and this will be my point of invalidation. If we do something like this, I will stay in the trade. But when we start doing something like this, I will just get out of the trade right around here, because I want to see an aggressive reclaim where we just start moving up again. So if we don't, I will be cutting this trade. I have a very tight stop. So with that logic, I hope you guys liked the video, and without more having said, have a nice day and keep trading. Goodbye, guys.